Tensions were already bubbling in Britain as deep budget cuts, deadlock politics and mainstream media coverage became a potent cocktail fueling anti-immigrant and anti-Muslim sentiment. The far right were already taking full advantage. And then this horrific and brutal murder happened. Now bubbling tensions are boiling over. The English Defence League responded to that horrendous murder in Woolwich by announcing that the war with Islam had finally arrived to the streets of Britain. They said it was time for action, and many of their members have used social media to call for retaliatory attacks. On Monday, hundreds of EDL members marched to Downing Street. There was an overwhelmingly heavy police presence as the EDL chanted slogans against Islam and gave speeches full of anti-Muslim sentiment, and at one point started violently throwing bottles where hundreds of anti-fascist, anti-EDL demonstrators had gathered. They said racists like the EDL have hijacked the Woolwich atrocity to attack Muslims in an act of collective punishment.
We've had a constant theme from the EDL, the English Defence League, of attacks on Islam and individual Muslims. We're organising this demonstration today to say the English Defence League offer no solutions to anything.
But the EDL and others do blame Muslims, with disturbing consequences. Charities like Faith Matters have seen an almost tenfold spike in Islamophobic attacks since the atrocity in Woolwich took place. That's almost 200 in just 5 days.
These incidences range from verbal abuse against Muslim women on the street, through to cars being keyed, through to mosque attacks, incendiary devices thrown to mosques, through to pork material being left outside mosques. The situation actually is worse than what we know. What we're picking up is a scratch of what is taking place right now across the country.
Charities documenting Islamophobia also say that the EDL is often fueling these attacks.
We had 642 incidences last year. Over 40% of them have an EDL sympathiser involved in it, and we have verified that by checking Twitter or Facebook accounts. So you can see that the EDL are a significant problem in the promotion of Islamophobia, but in the promotion also, I hate to say, of physical incidences against Muslims.
Britain is now witnessing some of its worst Islamophobia ever as attacks on Muslims and mosques soar. Many are now calling for organisations like the EDL to be banned, rather than to be allowed to spread their hate openly on the streets across the country.